Hi everyone, my name is Vlad, and today we'll be talking about automation and hyperautomation in the context of the modern IT enterprise. Also we're going to demo it. So the question is, okay, we have this automated enterprise. It's using some automation software. It is productive, and basically it can be measured. But what is the end result of this automation? Does it help the enterprise to succeed? So that's what we're going to test today. Uh, does automation help the enterprise? Does hyperautomation help the enterprise? So we're going to apply a few very simple performance indicators and see which one helps and which one hurts. So first of all, let's define the difference between automation and hyperautomation. Automation is designed to help an administrator or person to perform a task. Normally, automation helps at certain step in only certain group of people. That is because the vendors of automation vendors do not set up to automate an enterprise or even its sole process vertically or horizontally. We'll get into that, what that means, the vertical and horizontal automation. They only set up to help a certain group with certain task. Let me explain. So what you see in front of you is a life cycle of an incident or a change request. That's where we get our work, administrators. So it starts with a requester who basically requests something done. So the person opens an incident or change request. A day or two passes, so ServiceNow or another ticketing system assigns this incident or change request connected to it. It gets approved, let's say another day. Then it gets assigned to a certain team. So these are the approvers. These are the assigners. They're the team managers. And then basically the change is assigned to a specific group or person. So let's back off again and let's see. So this is the life cycle. A day, another day, probably 2 to 3 days to perform a change, to execute the change request. So altogether, let's say 3 to 5 days to perform to execute one change request. So this is vertical automation, when not just a certain utility or a certain task is automated for one group, be it Oracle or AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. It basically, conventional automation is designed to only perform, let's say, automation of export utility for Oracle or upgrade utility for Azure and so on. So that is horizontal automation. So horizontal automation automates a task across different departments because from robotic standpoint, whether it's Oracle tool to reset the password, it's let's say AWS utility to the code. It basically, it's all the same. It's the code. It doesn't make any difference which utility for automation utility to pick up. So that is horizontal automation, which means automation of a task across different technologies, groups of people, or even vendors, or even cloud products. Vertical automation means not just one task is automated, but the entire process. So from reporting the incident or even opening chain requests, even this process has to be automated. Then the routing part, then the assignment part, then approving part, and the execution part has to be automated entirely as a process, not just one task, but the entire process. So this is vertical and this is horizontal automation. The main point is hyperautomation automates a process up from the top down, and it also the process consists of different tasks. So that's the main difference between automation and hyperautomation. Now, the next question is, okay, so why isn't it done currently? Uh, Automation vendors, they're not set up to automate the entire basically life cycle of a problem or a change, because there are too many variables that come into play. But an enterprise usually has internal automation department that does this part. So it's really hard to hyper automate an enterprise with just one product. It has to be built internally. So that's the main hurdle. But let's get back to the difference between automation and hyper automation. So if you think your enterprise is automated, let me ask a few simple questions that will tell you, is it automated or hyper automated? Question number one: does your automation show a measurable ROI at the end of the year or the quarter? It's not, I'm not just asking, okay, your admins are all crazy about this tool, but can you, as the manager or as the business owner, tell that yes, I can see the cut in expenditures by, let's say, 50%, and I can see the output and services products at the end of the quarter, we can release them faster by this number. So the second aspect of hyperautomation, it works, as opposed to just regular automation, where you just mostly waste your time on training your personnel who will eventually leave for the competition. So you're training your own competition in a sense. Hyperautomation gives you the opportunity to keep your code with your enterprise. It's not going to leave to compete with you later. Some other questions are: can you, all right, your automation does automate certain tasks. Let's forget the fact that it doesn't automate the process from beginning, from sensing the need to open a change request or incident, to all the way to executing, approving, and closing and checking on the results. But okay, can your process, your automation process, can it undo the same changes it just did without actually coding the rollback ahead of time? So these are just simple questions that tell you you're automating or hyper automating. Now, for now, what we're going to do, we're going to execute a simple change request. So it will be an incident. So we will do two things. Number one, it will be just a regular automated enterprise opening an incident and assigning to a person executing it, and we'll measure it from the cost perspective, from the quality perspective, scalability, really simple performance indicators. And then we will see basically how that compare to a hyper automated enterprise. All right, so let's start with simple incident or change request creation. So let's select change request, new. This is, by the way, just your regular ServiceNow interface. If you have a ticketing system, probably you do have this tool or another tool. In my case, this is basically development instance called PDI, and you can reserve and get your own development ServiceNow instance. So what we need to do, we need to create a change request. Usually they are triggered by incidents, but in this case, let's dive directly into it. So we need to create a change request. Let's say we need to do emergency password rotation. So we have two choices here. So let's choose assignment group. And in our case, this is a database change. So there's several database groups. Let's choose database outline to. Here we have two options to assign it to Bo Ruggieri, who's a person, or we can assign it to hyper automation utility, which is the second choice. In this case, let's assign it to a person. So Bo Ruggieri gets this change request. So we created it, and let's say reset passwords. And let's paste the inventory for this particular change request. So this is the inventory. This is what Bo has to do. So this enterprise has all in total 10,000 database instances. You may say this is an excessive number, but no. In the cloud, there's not just 1, 200, or even 1,000 instances. They pop up all the time. They get destroyed, and because this is because there's so many cloud products and there's so many different versions of instances, there's no need to basically have one or two. So the bottom line is an enterprise has a lot more of different technologies in different places. So what you see is an actual inventory that was automated for one of the major banking clients. If you reach into your wallet, and there's probably 1 of 5 chances you have their credit or check card in your wallet. So we have 2,488 AWS instances. So some are RDS Oracle, others are MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB. We have approximately the same number of Oracle OCI instances, Autonomous Database, Exadata, RDBMS, NoSQL. We have 2,498 instances in Google Cloud, Spanner, AlloyDB, Cloud SQL, Bare Metal, and a lot of instances in Azure. So all of these, all in total, 10,000 passwords, Bo Ruggieri has to reset. So this is the change request. It is assigned to database Atlanta, and Bo Ruggieri gets the ticket, the change request. Now let's take a look at it. Here it is. Emergency password rotation. It is assigned to Bo Ruggieri. All right. So as we see, Bo Ruggieri is a person. It is not a machine. All right. So what happens next? Bo Ruggieri gets an email, and the process begins. What kind of a process? This person has to get all levels of approvals. So this is the reporter of the issue. So in this case, suppose there was a threat, security threat. The person opens a ticket. It gets approved after a couple of days. It gets routed to the manager. In this case, is going to be a database Oracle team. So the manager takes probably a few hours to assign it, and then it gets assigned to Bo in this case. So let's keep in mind, Bo can do this probably not in all of these instances, because this person is experienced, let's say, in Oracle or SQL Server or on-prem versus the cloud. So only a part of this task will be this person will be able to execute. On top of that, to execute just one change, Bo has to wait on average 5 business days to get this approved, assigned, routed, and ready for execution. On top of that, Bo has more important things to do, such as fighting fires, upgrades, migrations, whatever. So change of passwords may happen probably 2-3 days into a week. So the bottom line, it will take probably 3 to 5 days for Bo even to get to the to executing this piece of work. All right, so let's see.